Hello class 6. Let's start new chapter 2 learning forms. But before starting this chapter, let's cross check the answers of lesson number 1. Okay, representation of geographical features. The short answers type questions. Okay, short answers type question from page number 10. Name the two types of globes. Name the two types of globes. Physical globe and political globe. Two types of globes are political globe and physical globe. Political globe shows countries of the world, while physical globe shows the general features of the earth. Okay, ocean, seas, continents, and okay, these features are shown in physical globe. Okay, now question number 3, question number 2, define map. Define map. Map is a page from page number 2 here. Map is a two-dimensional representation of the earth as the whole or some part of it on a flat surface according to a scale. Okay, this will be answer number 2. Answer number 3, what is cartography? Cartography, the science of map making is called cartography. Yes, in this one thing we could not study about Ptolemy. Okay, about Ptolemy, an Egyptian. He was an Egyptian geographer and he is called the father of cartography. Cartography is the continuously involving itself to meet the demands of changing time. Who is called the father of cartography? Ptolemy. Okay. Who was he? He was Ptolemy. He was astronomer, mathematician, and astrologer who wrote several scientific treatises. He believed that the earth was the center of the universe. Now, fourth question, why are the maps not as accurate as the globes? Take out page number 3, this paragraph. Okay, they do not represent. In place of they, you will write maps. Maps do not represent accurate shapes of the continents and the oceans. This is due to the fact that on a map, the spherical shape of the earth is represented on the flat surface. That's why, so maps are not as accurate as the globes. Globes, they represent accurate shape of the earth. What is the significance of the north line? Question number 5. For this answer, page number 5. Take out page number 5. Okay, direction. On the upper side, on the upper right hand corner, usually a north line is drawn. On the upper side of map, always what do we draw? North and north line. This is an upright arrow with letter N marked on the top. This arrow indicates the north direction of the map. If the north direction is known, the other directions can be easily found. Okay, this will be answer 5. Now answer number 6. What are conventional symbols? Page number 5 here. There is an international understanding over the usage of the same symbols to represent the features. These symbols are therefore called the conventional symbols. Answer number 7. Okay. 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay. 5,000 kilometer is equal to 5,000 upon 100. Then 50 centimeter on map. Okay, this will be your answer 7. Answer 8, what do you varying shades of brown represent on the map? Number 5, the varying shade. Okay, page number 5, the varying shades of brown are used to represent the height of land from the mean sea level. Darker shade of the brown, greater is the height. Darker shade, greater height of the place from the mean sea level. Question number 9. What are thematic maps? Page number 3. What are thematic maps? From here, second paragraph, second line. Thematic maps are those which represent a particular feature, theme of a place. Okay. For example, you can give example also. For example, soils, vegetation, etc. This will be your answer 9. Question number 10. What does the key of the map represent? Page number 5. Third paragraph here. Key. The key or index of the map helps us to know what the various symbols on the map represent. Yes, class. Answer the following question in detail. Question number 1. Differentiate between globe and map. I have already told you in second video. Second question. Discuss the significance of maps. 2. Page number 2. Second paragraph. Map. The map is a representation of a place to tell here. Thematic map. Now, third question, differentiate between sketch and plan. This I have already told you in second video. Differentiate between sketch and plan. You can write from there. Okay. Now, fourth one, define scale of the map. Page number 3, the ratio between the distance on map. Mention 3. Page number 4. Page number 4. You will explain all 3 points. Okay. All 3 types of scale you will have to explain. Now, differentiate between large scale and small scale map. This question we will do today. Okay. See, large scale map and small scale map. Large scale maps represent small area of the earth. Represent what? Large scale map, they represent small area. Okay. Small scale maps represent large area of the earth. Okay. But the purpose of such maps, the purpose of large scale map is to show a large amount of details. A large amount of detail about a small area. Like topographical maps. Examples, topographical map, a small plan. That is also an example of large scale map, plan. Okay. While small scale map, second point, the purpose of such maps is to show small amount of detail. Small amount of detail about a large area. Small amount of detail about a large area. An example is world map. Okay. Map of India. That is also example of small scale map. Okay. Yes, class. These are exercises of book. Let's cross check. First one, first C, second B, third B, fourth B, and fifth A. Okay. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Thematic map. Okay. Thematic map is a type of map will be used to study the population distribution of an area. Here you will write thematic map is a then type of map. Okay. Second one, representative fraction. Scale help in measuring the distance on map. Third one, large scale map. A map of your school is an example of large scale map. Okay. Large amount of detail about a small area. That is called large scale map. That's why. Fourth, green color is used on map to represent the plains. Latitudes can be best studied with the help of globe. Now, first is true. Second one, that is false. You will write, we can see, you will write, it does not give the whole view of the earth in one glance. Okay. That you will write. Third one, false. You will write, you will cut it. A thematic map shows the particular feature, theme of a place or of the area. Okay. A map drawn without scale is a sketch. That is true. Fifth one, a plan is small scale is written. You just write a plan is a large scale map of a small area. Large amount of detail about a small area, that is called plan. This is crossword puzzle. Science of map making, cartography, a type of map. 2, physical map. Okay, a roughly drawn map. Sketch. This will be your sequence. You can write from here, but do it in your book. Okay, this exercises also should be done in your book. Exercise G, and it should be done in this. Like this you have to do. Okay, find out the direction of flow of the river in the figure. Direction of the river, this is river, northwest to south. Okay, northwest to south. You have to do like this. Note down from here. Yes class, let's start new chapter, landforms, chapter 2. Okay, landforms. First of all, let me know you the meaning of lithosphere. Okay, the part of the earth on which we live is called lithosphere. Lithos means rock and the sphere means a part. That part of the earth which is made up of rock, which is made up of rock is called the lithosphere. It includes all the land masses. Such as the 7 continents and thousands of islands. The floor of the oceans, which is made up of rock, also belongs to lithosphere. That is also belong to lithosphere. The face of the earth is not flat. The face of the earth, it bulges. This will be what? That is, it bulges. Okay, this is not flat. It bulges and flat and slightly flat at poles. Now, major landforms of the earth. Major landforms of the earth are mountains, valleys, plateaus and plains. They are major landforms of the earth. Formation of landforms, or how different landforms are formed. Earth was initially a part of the sun. It is believed that Earth was initially a part of the sun, from which it broke away. And scientists have described the initial Earth as a hot ball of molten rock material. If we study inside of the Earth, underneath the Earth there is a molten material, and that is called what? Magma. With passage of time, the outermost layer of the earth slowly cooled down, and the molten matter forming it solidified. It becomes the earth crust on which we live. And perform different activities. This molten rock material inside the earth is called magma. Being a molten form, it is constant motion. The movement of the magma causes tremors in the earth's crust. These tremors are felt by us in the form of earthquake. Okay. At times, the movement of magma inside the earth may cause the upliftment or subsidence of the earth crust, resulting in the formation of mountain and valley. This is what? This is valley. Okay, and this is mountain. Now, what are endogenic or exogenic forces or process? Okay, first one, the process of formation of landforms which are taking place inside. Endogenic process, examples, earthquakes and volcanoes. These types of activities are occur due to what? Due to endogenic or internal process. Okay. Second one, the process. The process operate upon the surface of the earth, called external or exogenic process. And examples are erosion and deposition. How they occurred? Because of wind, water. Okay, They are responsible for erosion and deposition. Okay, and this process is called what? External or exogenic process. Okay, these two processes are responsible for formation of different types of landforms. Now, mountains. The mountain is an elevated part of the earth's surface. Elevated part of the earth's surface, which is roughly of triangular shape. If we see any mountain, they are like this. They can be roughly, which shape is this? Triangular only. A series of mountain in a line. A series of mountain in a line. A series of mountains in a line or in close neighborhood form a mountain range. This is called what? Mountain range. Mountain range. Okay, mountain range. A number of mountain ranges together form a mountain system. Okay, a number of mountain range. Then after again mountain. Okay, this is called what? Mountain. This is called what? Mountain system. A number of mountain ranges together form a mountain system. Okay. They include three parallel ranges. The top part of Himalaya is called what? Himadri, and the middle is Himachal, and the bottom is called what? Shivalik. These ranges have a number of mountain peaks such as Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi and Nanga Parvat. In this, first we will understand formation of fold mountains. With the help of this diagram, you will understand more how are fold mountains formed. Earth's surface, this is what? This is Earth's surface. The pressure is coming from both the sides. Okay, push. Then what happened? Earth's surface wrinkles up. Okay, the Earth's surface wrinkles up to form fold mountains. Wrinkles up, you can see wrinkles up to form fold mountains. Upfold is called what? Anticline. Anticline. While downfold is called what? Syncline. Okay. The movement of the magma caused the crustal plates to move. Crustal plates, also called the lithospheric plates, refer to the portion of the crust forming a continent or an ocean bed. With the help of this towel, I can show you the formation of fold mountains. Okay. If the plates move forward, pressure is coming from both sides. From here and to here. Okay. Here it starts what? It starts wrinkling. If the plates move towards each other from here and here, it is called what? Converging movement of plates. It is called converging movement of plates. Okay, converging movement of plates. Due to this movement, the soft rocks, this is what? The soft rocks lying between them may get compressed and buckle up. Some are buckle up. This, okay, some are buckle up to form the fold mountains. And this is what? This you can see here. This is syncline. Okay, this is syncline. This is what? This is syncline, while this is anticline. Understood? This is the formation. This is syncline. This is anticline. That's all for the day. In next video, we will understand how block and volcanic mountains are formed. Okay, and what are young and old mountains. Okay, that's all for the day. Keep sending your assignments on time. Thank you.